Once upon a time, in a faraway kingdom, there lived a kind and gentle girl named Cinderella.
Now, Cinderella was sweet and always dreamed of happiness, but her life was not easy.
Every day, Cinderella had to sweep the floors, cook the meals, and wash the clothes, while her stepmother and stepsisters sat in their chairs, giving her more and more work. Even though life was hard, Cinderella never complained. She had a pure heart and always smiled, even when she was tired. One morning, while she was walking through the forest to collect water, Cinderella heard cheerful singing.
She followed the sound and discovered a little cottage hidden among the trees.
Inside, she saw 7 tiny dwarfs singing and dancing while they worked. Each dwarf was different.
One was very sleepy, one was always happy, another was shy, and one was grumpy but still kind deep inside.
Cinderella clapped her hands with joy and said, "Hello! You sing so beautifully. May I join you?"
The dwarfs welcomed her warmly. They noticed her torn dress and tired eyes, and they asked, "Why do you look so sad?" "There's Cinderella."
Cinderella told them her story about her cruel stepmother, her spoiled stepsisters, and her dream of going to the royal ball at the palace.
The dwarfs listened carefully, and when she finished, they all shouted together,
"Don't worry, Cinderella, we will help you." And with that, the 7 dwarfs got to work. Some of them sewed a lovely gown, others polished sparkling shoes, and one even found a shiny ribbon to place in her hair. When Cinderella put on the dress, she looked like a real princess.
Her heart filled with hope.
That evening, with the help of the dwarfs, Cinderella went to the royal ball. The grand hall sparkled with lights and music. Everyone turned to look as Cinderella entered.
The prince himself walked up to her and asked, "May I have this dance?"
Cinderella felt shy, but nodded. They danced across the ballroom, twirling and smiling. The prince was enchanted, not only by her beauty, but by her gentle and kind heart. But suddenly, dung, dung, dung. The clock struck midnight. Cinderella remembered she had to leave. She hurried out of the palace, and in her rush, one of her sparkling slippers slipped off her foot and was left behind.
Oh, how sad Cinderella felt as she walked back home without her shoe.
The next day, the prince searched the kingdom with the slipper. "Whoever fits this shoe," he declared, "is the one I will marry." He went to every house, but no one could wear it not. Even Cinderella's stepsisters, who tried to squeeze their feet inside. Finally, the prince arrived at Cinderella's home. Her stepmother laughed and tried to keep Cinderella away, but the 7 dwarfs came rushing in. They shouted, "Let Cinderella try. The slipper belongs to her." Cinderella stepped forward, shy but brave. She gently slipped her foot inside the shoe and it fit perfectly. The prince smiled with joy and said, "You are the one I have been looking for." Soon after, Cinderella and the prince were married in a beautiful celebration. The 7 dwarfs were special guests at the wedding, singing their cheerful songs and dancing happily. From that day on, Cinderella lived happily ever after with the prince, and she never forgot her 7 little friends, who gave her hope and love when she needed it most. Hi friends! If you liked this video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button.